So this is a battery cycling machine, and it can test 4 batteries at a time with 100 amps each, which means I can buy the cheapest batteries on the market, test them like crazy, and see what actually survives. And I can graph out all the data and post it publicly. Because doing a single capacity test is just not enough now. With the Battleborn battery, it took 3 cycles until it intermittently disconnected, and it didn't melt until 30 cycles. But with this machine, I can do hundreds of cycles with any battery on the market. So whether it's cheap or expensive, I'm going to test them all. Now, most electronic loads and cycle machines generate a lot of heat and they take a lot of energy, but this one is actually regenerative. So if we have 2 channels and one is charging with 100 amps and the other one is discharging with 100 amps, this machine will move it from one battery to the other instead of converting it to heat. And this is about 10 to 20 times more efficient, which means I can actually run this off of solar. This whole system is off-grid 3-phase. So first I took a single series string from the solar carport, and I use all that solar to charge up these batteries. This is a high voltage 60 kilowatt hour battery, and this runs the Solarc 60K, but this does industrial 480 volts. And then I bought this small transformer that steps down the 480 volt 3-phase to 380 volt 3-phase, which is used in China. And now we have power. Now this thing is loud and it runs all day. So I might need to make another building for it because it's ridiculous, especially when it's running at full throttle. Now let me show you how the software works. Now this machine has 4 channels and we can program each one for different types of batteries. So if we right click and press start, we can create steps for the cycling, and then we can tell it how many times to cycle. So for this one, step number 1 is sit and pause for 1 second. Step number 2 is constant current, constant voltage up to 14.6 volts at 90 amps until the end current is 1 amp, and then the battery is fully charged. And then pause for 1 second, and then discharge for 90 amps until it goes down to 10 volts. And then pause for 1 second, but you can change this obviously, and then cycle. So we will do this cycle 50 times. Now this is a good profile for budget 12 volt batteries, so I can save this. And then when I want to start it, then I add the battery's name. So this one's a watt cycle, and then it will start the test. And now we're charging with 90 amps. When it's charging, it's green, but if it's discharging, it will become red. Now we have a battery connected over here, so let's start this test up as well. And this battery has a weird name, and we are charging with 90 amps. How cool is that? And with a fluke meter, we're pulling 90 amps. And all of the data is being tracked, and I can post it publicly. And it will graph it out and show you the capacity of each step, which means we can measure capacity fade over multiple cycles. If one of these batteries has really cheap cells, we can actually see it in real time. Like this LE-Fast battery that did not pull full capacity. Now I can do 10 cycles and show you the degradation rate after each cycle, or if they're imbalanced, we can see that also. Now this is a brand new Battleborn battery. This is the 75 amp hour 12 volt model, and it says that it's rated for max continuous current of 100 amps. But from my testing with their other batteries, if you try to draw this for multiple times, it will hit high temperature protection and it will disconnect. After 3 cycles, it was disconnecting so bad that the capacity was horrible. So I lowered the current down to 80 amps, and then the whole battery melted on the first try. So for this one, I'm gonna lower the current, cycle it like 20 or 40 times, and then keep raising the current to find the sweet spot where it actually melts. Also, we can see what the degradation rate is to see how good the cells are as well. There's no other real way to know unless you test it. Now I need 2 things for my viewers. First, what batteries do you guys want me to test? And number 2, I'm gonna have a poll for how much current I should draw from this thing first, because I cannot decide, so I wanna see what you guys have to say. So there will be a link down below for that. Now the cycle machine is perfect for capacity and cycle testing, but it won't test overcurrent protection. So check out what I just got. This is a 500 amp power supply for 12 volts. So if they advertise overcurrent protection, I can test it instantly now. Next, my electronic load, the 300 amp one, it broke because the motherboard fried. Well, this one's actually working. It took quite a bit of soldering, and now it's up and running. And then this thing is for 1000 amps. So if this electronic load can't trip the overcurrent protection, this is how we're gonna do it. And now I can test any battery on the market in every way possible with just a couple machines. And that's pretty much it for this video. I rebuilt my lab and it took a lot of work, but now I can test everything. So please let me know down below what kind of batteries you want me to test, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.